I'm worried that I don't have control. Don't worry, baby, don't worry. Go and get some sleep while you always in a hurry.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Natalia, and in today's video we are going to be doing an iOS 14 tutorial on how to update your phone and make it look super aesthetic like you've been seeing everywhere. So I'm going to go through what my phone looks like, how you can get it to look the same way, the certain apps that I use, and just some new features that also come along with this new iOS 14 update, and also kind of my review on what I think about it, if it's user-friendly, if it makes things better, if it makes things worse. So answering a lot of questions in this video as well. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you guys aren't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you would. We just hit my last goal of 200, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed. But for this new goal, we are setting at 300. If we could get there by the end of October, that would be absolutely amazing, and you guys would absolutely make my month. So I post content like this. I have done a unboxing video for what's in my MacBook, another what's in my iPhone, so lots of videos like this, and also a lot of day in the life videos. So if you guys like that sort of content, make sure to subscribe. When you're done watching this video, comment down below what your favorite feature or what your least favorite feature of this new update was. So let's get into it and let's get started because I have a whole lot to show you. Okay, so let's start with my home screen. So this is what my home screen currently looks like. Totally different than what my last what's in my iPhone looks like. As you can tell, because there's widgets, the app colors look totally different, and it's just a whole different vibe. Let's talk about the little rainbow icon. That is a widget. It's just a photo tile. There's no real purpose to it, but it's cute. As you can tell, I changed all the app covers to my apps. In the middle, I have a medium-sized widget that tells me the date and gives me a September calendar view. And then at the bottom, I just have the rest of my home screen apps, including like my phone, my text messages, Safari, everything that usually is at the bottom. On my next page, I have a medium-sized widget that shows all my reminders. So this is directly pulling from my actual reminders app, and it's showing me everything that I have to do for that day. Next up, I have a shortcut to YouTube. So right there is my shortcut to YouTube. And then I still have some of my apps organized in folders just because I didn't want to go through the trouble of making them look aesthetic and then just redoing everything all over again. So I left those as is. And then I have the rest of my apps right here. So Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, and then the last widget tile that I have is just a quote. It says good vibes only, and I just wanted something pink to tie in the rest of the theme and just a cute positive message. So let's get started on how to create this look. So let's start with the home screen. As you can tell, my background has sort of muted grayish blues, grayish greens, creams, and a little bit of a blush color. I got this from Pinterest, and in case you guys want any of these sort of pins and pictures, I did create a board on Pinterest that I'm going to link down below in my description box. So in case you guys want to make your phone look exactly like this, you can go to my Pinterest board and you guys can pull from there, and I'll have all the pictures in that board. So let's start with the small widget up top. The way that I was able to make this is I went to the App Store and I got an app called Widgetsmith. So let's do that first. Let's go to the App Store, Widgetsmith. And it is the very first app when you search that, so it's the one with the little blue border. And we're gonna hit open since I already have it. And this is what's gonna pop up. So you have the option of doing a small widget, a medium-sized widget, and a large widget. So for the rainbow one, I did a small widget, and you're going to click it, and then you're gonna click it again. These are all the options that you can do with these widgets. So there's different ways of the clock, there's different ways of showing the date, but for this one I chose photo, and then I did select photo, and then it chooses from your camera roll. So you can choose anything, and like I said, this is one of my pictures from Pinterest, so I will have that in the board if you want this exact picture. So I did choose photo, and it's right there. And then let's say you wanted to update it, or when you're done and gotten to this step, you just hit save. So that puts it in the saved widgets, but it doesn't put it automatically onto your home screen. So we're gonna go to the home page again, and I've created a third page for the purpose of this tutorial. And we're gonna do a long press. That's one of the new features of editing your home screen now. So if you just long press the background, then it will cause all your apps to wiggle and do their cute little dance like they normally do when it's time to edit the home screen. And then they're gonna do a little plus. That's how you add widgets onto your home screen. So here you'll have all sorts of widgets that Apple has already created, but we want the cute rainbow, so we're gonna go to Widgetsmith and hit small. Once you do that, you're gonna do add widget. And what it'll do sometimes is it will, by default, go to the very last widget that you made. So you're gonna hit done, and then you're gonna click again. You're gonna do edit widget. So once you do edit widget, you're gonna do whichever creation it was. So if it was the small one, which it was in this case, you're gonna hit that and then you're gonna click out. That's how you get that photo tile widget. Okay, so now we're gonna create that medium-sized widget in the middle. We're gonna go straight to Widgetsmith again and then do medium. So I'm gonna do that and then hit the tile again. And then as you can see, there's a bunch of options just like when we were creating the small widget. So this one gives you the time, the date, the calendar. You can do photos again and so much more. So in this case, I chose the day and date. And once I clicked that, it also gave me the option to customize it. So that's how I got the font that I wanted, which in my case, I chose Futura. And I did the tint color as white, kept it white. And then I did the background color as pale pink. And the border color, I didn't do anything. You could choose a border color if you'd like, but for me, I just left it as none. So once I do that, I'm gonna hit save. And just like how we added the small widget onto the home screen, we're gonna long press on the background again, hit that plus, go to Widgetsmith, and then medium, add widget, and there it is. This case, I didn't have to edit which widget it chose because that was the most recent widget that I'd made. So I'm gonna hit done, and that's how I have put the widgets from Widgetsmith onto my home screen. So next up, we're gonna talk about the covers created for the apps. So as you can tell, everything here is, it looks gray, but it's actually green, and you'll see. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna have to go into your Shortcuts app. So I just go down, there's my Shortcuts app. It comes with your iPhone, so it's already preloaded on there. Then you're gonna hit the plus sign and then do add action. Once you do add action, you're gonna do scripting and then open app. So you're gonna choose what app you're gonna make a cover for. So once I do that, I'm just gonna do Airbnb, let's say. So then I do the 3 little dots in the blue circle, and then I choose the tile that's next to the shortcut name. And like I said, mine is a greenish color, so that's what I chose to go along with my theme. And then I'm gonna do glyph, which is basically the icon that is gonna go on the app cover. They don't have exactly the same icons that you would find on the Apple apps, but you can get things close enough. So since this is Airbnb, I'm gonna choose a little house, which is right here. And then I'm gonna do done. And then for the shortcut name, I like to name them the same as the actual apps. And then do add to home screen. I have to type it in again, and then add. So once I've done that, once I go on my home screen, it's gonna show up right there. Now the tricky thing about these app covers is that it's a shortcut. You're not changing the actual look of the app. You're creating a shortcut to get to the app. So when you click it, it's gonna take you to the shortcuts, and then it'll redirect you to the actual app that you're going to. So personally, I don't think this is very user-friendly because it's just an extra step just to make your phone a little bit more aesthetic. Now, of course, I did do it for the purpose of this tutorial, but I think I will revert back to the normal apps once I have completed this, just because on top of the fact that it isn't the app itself and you're being redirected to the app, you don't get your notifications on these app covers. So let's say somebody texted me. I wouldn't get that notification in my text messages in this shortcut right here. I would get it on the actual app, but not there. So I'm not gonna get any notifications on these app covers, which personally I don't think is very useful at all. But if you guys think it's worth it, then it's, you know, it's cute, it's aesthetic. So if you guys think it's worth it, then totally do it, but I just would prefer to see my notifications on the actual app. So that's how you would create that, and you just have to go through every single app and do that. And another thing is, so when you create these shortcuts, that means that you are creating a duplicate of the app. So one's an app cover, the other one's the actual app. So let's say I made one for Uber. That means that I would have to hold down and do edit home screen and then hit the minus button. Part of this new feature is that there is an app library where all your apps live. So I would do move to app library, and the app cover that I created would be the replacement for that app. So once again, just more steps. If you guys find it worth it, then feel free to do it. But if not, then you can just skip this step. Your phone will still look super aesthetic with the cute widgets from Widgetsmith. So let's talk about the app library that I just said. So app library is this last page, and you can find all your apps there. You can find them alphabetically, or what Apple does is that they have put them into folders which they think they should go in. So like recently added apps, there's social apps. See, I already have like notifications in there because they're the actual apps and not the app covers. So that's just another step that you have to find notifications through this app library instead of just having them on your home screen. Another feature that they have made that's similar to that is that if you long press your home screen and hit the 3 little buttons at the bottom, I have a hidden home screen. So for the apps that I don't want on my home screen but I still want to have organized in folders, I just have to unhide it and hit done, and there that page is. So this is a useful feature if you guys have some folders that you just don't want to see cluttering your pages, and then when you do want to see it, you can just uncheck it and then it'll be there. So that's a useful feature, and so is the app library. I think the app library is just great because you have all your apps in one place, but it doesn't take up a lot of room on your home screen, and it's sort of hidden in a way. So next we're moving on to the second page. The second page has another medium-sized widget from Widgetsmith. Now this is pulling from my Reminders app right here up top, and this is actual reminders from my Reminders app. So it's supposed to populate automatically so that if I check off a reminder or if I put in a reminder, then it'll go straight there. And the next one is a shortcut, actually not from Widgetsmith, but from Shortcuts. And this is my actual YouTube app. So if I click it, then it's not going to redirect me. This is the actual YouTube app. So that's really nice. And then I have my folders there because I didn't want to reorganize that for the purpose of this video. And then I have my most used social medias down there, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. And this last little tile is just like the rainbow tile where it's a photo tile. It just takes me to Widgetsmith, but it's a cute little quote that I wanted to tie into my phone to make it more aesthetic. Okay, so now that we've finished making our iPhone super aesthetic with the new widgets and app covers, I want to talk about some of the cool features with this iOS 14 update. So now that we've been talking about widgets forever, let's talk more about widgets. If you swipe to your left page, then you're gonna get these Apple widgets, which are just super useful. You have the weather, you have your calendar, you have something that's called stacked widgets, which is this right here. It shows my photos, the clock, it shows my notes, and all sorts of stuff like that. And then I have a map widget, I have my battery widget, and just a whole bunch of really cool widgets. The activity time that I've been on my phone. So that's some other stuff that is really cool about the widgets. The next thing that I wanted to show you guys, my personal favorite feature, because I just think this is so cool. If you go into settings and then you do accessibility, you're gonna go to touch, and then you're gonna go all the way to the bottom and do back tap. So I have this on, so you can do certain commands. So I did double tap as a screenshot, but there's a whole bunch of other commands that you could do, and triple tap as Siri. So that means that when I do a double tap like this, it's a screenshot. And that is so cool. I don't know why, that is just so cool to me. And then if I do a triple tap, oh, awkward. It opens up Siri. Like, how freaking cool is that? And also, that is what Siri looks like now. So it's not gonna take up your whole screen like before. It's just gonna be the animation at the bottom. So I just think that's awesome, and I don't know, I just can't stop doing it. Like, it's so cool. And you can do other things. So like you could set up Siri to open up your camera when you do triple tap or stuff like that. So there's just so many things that you could do with that. It's just another fun command that this update has included. Another really cool thing that we have all been waiting for and asking for is searching for emojis, guys. How long has it, like how overdue is this? So you can just go to your emojis, look up fire, and there it is. Like that is, oh my God, amazing. Best feature, probably most useful as well. Some other really cool features about this iOS 14 is that you can continue FaceTiming people and scrolling through your phone at the same time. So if somebody FaceTimes you and you want to scroll through Instagram at the same time, your FaceTime will still show up and you won't be paused. So that is a really convenient feature. That goes with Netflix, Hulu, anything, any videos that you have playing in the background, you can keep watching while you're going through your phone. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for my tips and tricks on this iOS 14 update. And my overview of this update is that it is super useful. They have added some long-awaited features to this iOS update. So thank you, Apple, for finally letting us search emojis and do all sorts of stuff like that. So that's really cool. Personally, for the app covers, they're super pretty and aesthetic, but if you guys find that it's an inconvenience rather than helping you out, totally feel free to skip that step. But overall, I absolutely love this new update. It was nice to have a good facelift since the user interface has looked the same for such a long time, and it was just nice to see a fresh face for this iPhone update. Also, don't forget to tell me what was your favorite feature or least favorite feature in the comments down below. And if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I love responding to you guys and talking to you guys. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye guys.